What's up? Just DYLBM in the house. Okay, so I got a notice about last month from YouTube saying that I have to get like 4,000 views, otherwise my monetizing will stop. And of course they got a good reason for it. I think I made a video saying that because last year I didn't make any videos, so why give a privilege to someone who's not using it, right? So hopefully I'll get 4,000 views, 4,000 hours of views and stuff. So my friends were telling me, different videos to do, like start to do DYLBM videos again, which I do want to do it. But like I said before, those videos, everything that happened in those videos, except for a couple of them, were like the women that were boring, I guess. Those were the ones who I had to actually, I went out and looked for. All the other ones were the ones who just came, naturally came up to me. So, and the ones who, the boring ones, they were, and it took a little while to convince them. I wouldn't say convince them, but to let them know what the video was about, get them to understand and stuff like that. Cause the one girl, Miho, she was like the first one. She was like real tough. I had made another one about it, and it was this girl, but I think she was like under 18. So because originally what I did was I made these videos not about sex or anything like that. They were just to get people to travel. And I think she was like 16 years old. And so out here at 16 years old, the kids don't have to go to college or something like that. Go to high school. You're not obligated to go to college. You can drop out. So they can, so at 16 pretty much, especially if their father and mother are not there, they, pretty much adults, I guess, they go get jobs and stuff like that. So, but when I was thinking about it, was when I made that video, I wasn't thinking about sex or anything like that. I don't think like that, And so it was just, for me, that one particular video was for me to get kids who are in their teens, between 10, 18 years old or whatever, especially in junior high school, to say, hey, if, I could go out somewhere and people would talk to me and stuff like that. And so it would like break that negative stereotype of people don't like black people around the world, to break it at a younger age. So when I made it, I had got a lot of backlash from it because of her age and stuff. And a lot of people, I guess, you can tell a person one thing, but they'll change it to fit their own needs and stuff. So I had deleted that, and after that I just kept it above 18 and over. But actually I think everyone should have been over 20 or over, but I'm not sure. But anyway, it was just really interesting because how a lot of people just think of those videos about sex and stuff. So, but they weren't. It's just strictly to get people to travel because of this white guy. Actually, my video, because it's funny, because I would get a lot of comments about from some brothers, negative ones towards white people or something like that, white guys and stuff, and I forget what they were, but I guess it's along the line of white people spreading lies so that black people can't travel or something like that. And there are people who probably don't like you. I don't think it's they don't like you because of a personal thing. I think it's just because of stuff that they hear. So it's like the thing between blacks and Africans, you might hear it, but it's nothing like really personal. You just might hear it, or you got friends from both sides during a group, and just got these ignorant groups saying that stuff, or black and whites or whomever. So what happened one day, I got this letter from this white guy from New York, and it was kind of long, and he was basically saying that thanks for this video I had made, and the name of the video, I forgot, Kanae, I think it was, and it was a girl's name who had owned that store, and the store was her name. I had met her, I don't know how many years ago when I first came to Japan. And she was, not when I first came to Japan, when I first came to Wakayama. It was like right after I came to Wakayama. And I don't think I was living here, or I could have just started living here. So it would have been 17 years ago. And she was 17 at the time, so I went to this club. Yeah, it was before I moved here, because it was one of my, well, they said it was my friend's club. I don't know if it was or not, but they said it was. I think he told me also. But anyway, I had met her. Actually, I didn't meet her in the club. I left out, and she was outside, standing under these staircases, looking all sad. So she said, you know, what's wrong with you? Because I'm a people person. So she was talking about something was bothering her. I don't know. I don't think it was a boyfriend or anything, but maybe problems with her friends or something like that. And then I was like, oh, you know, don't worry about it. You know, just let it go. And I know it's going to be hard to let it go, but I give her some advice. And then we start talking about school, because when I meet younger people, I'm always talking about education and stuff. So I think we started talking about math or something like that, and she was like, she had problems with math, so I just told her a really easy way to fix it and stuff. So then we traded numbers and stuff just because she needed a counselor or something like that. And so I would run into her like every 2 years, I think it was, because I never called, I hardly ever call the women I get their numbers from. You know, I'll forget. You know, it's just a rare occasion that I would call them. You know, because at first, because I got my lesson with dealing with calling with women in Japan back when I first came here. The first 2 years, when like I said, I was approached by at least 2,000 women, and I got all their numbers, and I was calling, and back then they didn't have that message save thing. You know, you would call or I don't know if they had a message saved or not, but once it went over, it would go through. Or maybe it did have messages, huh? Good if I forget. But yeah, I probably did. Once it answered to the answering machine, you got charged money. So I would make all these calls, and for like the first 3 to 4 months, you know, I was like, wow, you know, I'm getting these $300-400 telephone bills, you know, like I had when Motorola first came out, or I forgot the bricks, when they first came out, he got one, and every month my telephone bill was always $300 and stuff. And it was funny because at that time I was the only one, or only base that I could think of who even had one. A lot of people weren't even really aware of them, or they thought they were expensive or something. But I'll tell you that story later. So anyway, so I would just run into her like every 2 years, and it would usually be at this station, like, hey, how you doing, you know, whatever, blah, blah, blah. You know, let's meet up sometime and go, you know, clubbing or whatever, because at that time she was over 19. And she was like, okay, but I never called, and man, we run into each other again. She's like, hey, how you doing? I'm like, oh, you know, she would tell me, I'm like, oh, okay, it's been a long time, you know. So that day I just happened to go into that bar, and it was her bar, or I think she told me about it, and so I went there. I'm not sure which one. Maybe she told me. So I went there and checked it out, and I had my computer with me, and it was the Macintosh with the camera in it, and it was first time they had a camera on the laptop. So I told them about it. They didn't believe me, so I showed it, recorded it, and then I showed it to them, showed it back to them, and it was really cool. You know, it wasn't that long at all. And I said, hey, can I put this on YouTube? And they're like, okay, cool, you know. And this is before my Do You Love Black Men videos and stuff like that, you know. And I said, but everybody in the world is going to see you. Is it okay? And they're like, yeah. And so it was her, 2 of her workers, staff, and they were in a bar, or restaurant bar, I guess. And they were all dressed up in kimonos, and there was another Japanese guy. He was dressed up in a suit. So it was a typical, you know, suit and business type kimono type of dressing attire, I guess, and stuff. So the white guy from New York, he saw it. He wrote me this letter saying, wow, I saw that video, you know, of you and those 3 beautiful Japanese women and a Japanese guy, and what he said? He said, I really like that, you know, you changed my mind about Japan. And you know, and I'm thinking, you know, I'm reading it, and he said because his friends who are white, they all, you know, he said a lot of them came to Japan, and they came back telling him that Japan was a racist country, and that they don't like white people. And basically, most of the white guys who come out here and do say that Japan is racist, most of it would have to be based on the what people are saying. It's not going to be about getting jobs. They can get jobs and stuff, but it mostly is just based on sex, because the girls want to give them sex, or they can't get into those snack bars that's Japanese only, or they can't get into these onsens that they only want Japanese only. So it'd be mostly those type of reasons why they would say Japan is racist. So he said when he saw me in that video, he said that when he saw me in my video, like, okay, what else would I be if it's not my video, right? Okay, anyway, he was like, hey, thank you. I saw the video and I was like, hey, wait a minute. If he's a black guy and he's talking to 3 beautiful Japanese women, they all fun, they all laughing and having fun, then Japan can't be racist. He said that's what he said he thought, and he said thank you for the putting it up. I'm going to go to travel to Japan and check it out myself. My white friends told me that it was racist. So that's why I never thought about coming. And so I read it and I was like, wow, it was a trip. And then I was thinking, like, well, if he's a white guy thinking that, if he's a white guy and white guy's telling him that he's not going, then how much of an effect would it have on black people, to not travel to Japan based on those comments from white people? Because usually I doubt back in those days that they would say they were from blacks. They could have, because I did watch some videos where some black people were talking about the racism that they did run into, like getting an apartment and stuff like that. Because some white people, they'll say, well, they'll tell the manager, don't let black people stay in these apartments and stuff like that. It was some really interesting things back then and stuff. And so I was like, wow, these guys had to go through that. It's kind of fucked up, but let's see. I'm trying to think. So anyway, I was thinking about making some videos. Like, wow, I need to make some videos, And so then I was thinking, like, oh, maybe I can walk around and ask women, do they like black men? But then I got to thinking, like, wait a minute, the word like and the word love has very, very different meanings. The word like is more active, it's in your heart, it's more mentally engaging than love. Love is more or less like, well, it's there. Love is more or less like a security object. You got this object that's there and it's never going to go away, so you'll love, right? But like is a very different word. So I made a video called that, and like and love, and I got into this argument with this one guy, and wait, let me finish the story. So anyway, I was thinking about doing that, and I said, now if I use the word like, then I think it's more personal than it is love. Even though everyone say, well, I would never sleep with a person that I love. I gotta love them first. No, you don't have to love them first. You have to like them first. And actually, I did go around and do some tests. I said, well, do you have a boyfriend? Yeah. Do you love him? Yeah. Do you like him? And they're like, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So it's so I realized that it really is different. I tried on my wife. I said, you love me? She's like, yeah, of course I love you. And I said, do you like me? And then she had to think about it. And I'm like, oh, that's fucked up. But it's it's reality. But anyway, I had thought about it, and I was thinking, like, if I make these videos, then it's going to cause problems, because now it seems like I'm trying to get some kind of a I wouldn't say a validity or something like that. I forgot the word. But that's what a lot of people said, you know, it's like that. But I said, no, I'm just trying to think, because I want to make this video really, truly, to let brothers know that, hey, if you travel around the world, people are going to talk to you. I mean, I had already been in Japan for a whole bunch of years, and it was like the first full day I came out, women were just coming up to me, you know, but the first full day I was here, you know, and I went out by myself, you know, just ride my bike, and these older women playing tennis stopped me and started talking to me and stuff, you know, so it was really interesting. So I'm like, no, that's a lie, you know. So I thought about it. It took me about 2 weeks to do it. Then I called me and my brother was hanging out, because he was staying at my place at that time, I believe. And so we came up to Osaka and started it, you know, and we were in the Orange Street. I don't know if it's, what would it be? It would be going towards Amagasaki. I want to say, let's see, south, north. So I think it would be west of American Mortar. And it was just, you know, walking around seeing who we can find, and just so happened that one girl was 16. And actually, you know what? I didn't even ask her her age. She looked like she was like 22, you know. So we did the video, and she was really ganky about it, really like, okay, I'll do it, you know, and blah blah blah. And then when we finished, that was it. We talked a little bit, and that was it, you know. And then after that, I asked her her age, you know, because I was thinking like she was like 22 or 23, and she was 16. So I was thinking like, oh wow, I wonder what I should do, you know, if I should put it up. And I said, oh, you know what? It's not even about sex. Nobody ain't gonna think about, you know, sex or nothing like that. And boy, I was like really surprised, because I don't know, it was just weird. But anyway, I'll talk about that later. So anyway, I was like, wow. You know, but anyway, I made the videos and stuff, and I wasn't even expecting the response that I got, because like I said, I really didn't grow up with any racism. I really didn't know anything about slavery or Ku Klux Klan and all of that stuff. I never even heard it until, you know, I went to Halloween. I was living in a white neighborhood, went trick-or-treating. I was supposed to be in the Ghost, but the lady said I was Ku Klux Klan. I was like, oh, thank you, you know. And I had to go home and tell my mom, and I was all happy, you know, somebody gave me a compliment. And she didn't tell me, so like the next time I saw Ku Klux Klan, it was like, or the KKK thing, it was at Venice Beach. I was like, oh, that's another gang, and my friends looked at me, but nobody never told me anything about it. I didn't get my wake-up call until I joined the military. But yeah, it was interesting. So I didn't really think about the how can I say it, the different cultural responses that would happen, you know. And I wasn't like, I was a virgin, I think, until I was like right before I turned 20, or right after I turned 20 or something like that. I think it was 3 months before I turned 20. I think it was in December, and then that April I turned 20. So I think that, yeah, it was right before my 20th birthday. So I was like, wow, you know. So I wasn't really all into sex or anything and stuff like that, you know. I was really innocent and stuff. So I was like, okay, cool, whatever. So when I started when I started making these videos, you know, I wasn't expecting the response that I got at all. I wasn't even thinking about it, you know. I was just saying, hey, let me just make a video. And so I made a video, somebody liked it. So I think other people said to make more, or maybe I just enjoyed, you know, maybe I think I'll just enjoy doing it, just talking to people and stuff. Not that I don't talk to people, I always talk to people, but I thought it was really cool and stuff, because you make the videos, and then after you get to talking and stuff like that, and then leave and stuff. So, and it was really cool to me. I really enjoyed it. And then people are like asking for more and more and more. And I think I made like my first 3, you know. And then after that, it was like when I was walking down the street, if a woman walk up and start talking to me, then you know, it's okay, hey, you want to make this video, you know? They're like, all right, cool. And they made it. And I think this is one video I have, I can't think of her name, Lisa. And she was 17, and her mom was there. And I got, of course, I asked her if she wanted to, and I made sure I got the permission from her mother on the video since she was underage. And a lot of people, I guess they didn't notice it. I was saying, it's okay. She's like, yeah. And she ran away because she was, I guess she was kind of a little overweight, I guess, and she didn't think she was pretty or anything, so she was kind of shy, maybe, or just shy, period. But her daughter spoke some real good English and stuff, and I was going to get her number so I can continue teaching her and stuff, but I was like, with my brothers, and actually, I was never really into getting these women's numbers and stuff like that. I really wasn't into it. I don't know why, or if I did get it, it would be more like just a collection. Like now, I might got 1,000, but I haven't been going out and getting any contacts lately. But anyway, the reason I made them, basically, it was because of a white guy. He inspired me to make those Do You Love Black Men videos. And it was funny because in my Players Club, it's supposed to be for everyone, but you got certain people in there who are really like pro-black, and when they have white people in there, they start bringing that slavery thing, white people did this, white people did that, and I'm like, well, before, we talking about these past 500 to 600 years that we went through, but before that, we were controlling everything, and what were we doing to people and stuff, and then you've actually got some black people who say, oh, we were nice, and I'm like, well, how could you be nice if you go into somebody else's country and take over? You didn't walk over there and give them a rose and say, here, let me be your king, down on your knees, like you proposing marriage to a woman and stuff, So it's funny when I hear that. But they ran out all the white people and stuff. Well, actually two stayed because I guess one of them, he hung around with blacks, and another one, he grew up in a black neighborhood in Canada. They both from Canada, and so they stayed in for a while. But then one got out, and the other he was up in Thailand doing his stuff, so eventually he quit. And then it was a Asian guy. He's still in there. He was a troublemaker at first. I kicked him out a few times, but he's back and stuff. So basically, that's it about the Do You Love Black Men videos and stuff. Oh, and getting back to that girl, Kanae, I think her name is. She, I think the last time I saw her, before I went to her bar, she had grown. She had really become a beautiful woman and stuff, and we had talked. I think she was like 24 or something like that. And she was like, why you never went out with me and we never dated or anything like that? I was like, I don't know. I was like, I don't know. I just never thought about dating her or anything, because even if I did have her number in my phone, I didn't know her name, so I wouldn't have never been able to find her name anyway. Even like the woman, how I got to Wakayama, I was down here, and this one lady, I was at a store and doing some business, and a worker, she came out and just asked me for my number, and 2 weeks later, I'm back in Nagoya just chilling and stuff. Me and my wife getting in arguments, whatever. So I just go through my phone and got this name, and I'm like, who the heck is this? So I called, and it was her, after 2 weeks. And what you doing? Nothing. I said, okay, I'm coming down. She's like, where you at? I'm in Nagoya. You coming now? I'm like, yeah, it'll take me about like 3 hours, 3.5 hours. She was like, all right. So I came down, and that's how I ended up staying in Wakayama and stuff. But yeah, it was really interesting and stuff. There were some other things I was talking about in there too. Yeah, hopefully that should be it. If I didn't finish anything, you guys let me know, because I need to I want to finish those other topics that are in there. But yeah, I wasn't had he not sent me that video, that mail, because of that video, I would have never ever thought about making Do You Love Black Men videos. Me and my friend Ron, we had I think I was with him. Yeah, me and him. Well, me and my brother, we started making those videos. But before that, me and my friend Ron, we used to I had bought me a camera, because I'm always like photography and stuff like that, and I never really got into it. But I bought me a camera, and it was a trip, because that camera was kind of like X-ray, and it could see through girls' clothes and stuff, it was really like, wow, you know, a girl have a dress on and you can see their panties, or I wouldn't say girls, but anybody's clothes, you can see their underwear and stuff. You know, it was like really interesting. I think they recalled it, and I didn't know about it, but one of my friends told me about it, and he was like, "Man, don't send that camera back." I'm like, why? He told me, I was like, wow, it was really interesting, and yeah, it was cool though. But yeah, I was just going out, just making videos, meeting people, chilling out, having fun, and enjoying myself, you know, just walking down the street talking to myself basically, you know, with the videos on, and people come up and start talking to me, or like Marina and her sister. I think it was Marina, I think it was, you know me, and her sister, I forget the name of it. Like them, like there's two parts, I think. And me and Ron was just walking, and I saw her, and she saw me. I think I said something to her. But the whole introduction, how we met, is in the video. But it was real cool. But she told me we traded numbers, and she wanted me to call her, and so we could hang out and go drinking or whatever, you know. 'Cause I think she had money too, and she just wanted to have some fun. I never called her. And even in the second video, when we ran into each other that second time, she was like, "Why didn't you call me?" I'm like, okay, and I still never called her. You know, I think, or did I call her? No, if I did call, which I don't exactly remember, I asked her if she wanted to hang out. Maybe she was like, okay, but she was at work or something, so she couldn't hang out that day. But maybe. But then after that, I just like totally forgot and stuff. So it was cool. Wow, this is a girl next to me. She is so pretty. Gosh, these girls are beautiful. It is. I mean, I would show you guys, but her mom's in the back. Well, that's pretty cool. Wow, she's cute. Hello. It's her mom too. She is cute. So I waved and said hello, and of course her mom's in the car, and so she just bowed, you know, said hello. But and these two cars, the car that's on the left, I mean not on the left, but on my right, is driving too slow because I want to go a little faster. I'm just going a little faster. But anyway, yeah, it was actually fun going out. Me and Ron we had a lot of good times. I don't know if that video is still there. It's called Nappy. But that was the day we had met Marina, and we kept walking, and we ran into some other people, and then eventually ended up eating some ramen with these guys and stuff. And it was, I don't know, it was just so cool, you know, just to get out and have the camera out and get people's reactions and stuff. So yeah, as soon as I get a chance, I'm gonna start doing that again, because actually I met lots of people. It was like, wow, it was so fun and things like that. And then I don't know, I guess later I got this message from somebody that was like, hey, I'm coming to Japan. And I'm like, what? You know, what do you mean you coming to Japan? You know, yeah, I'm coming to Japan, blah, blah, this. I'm like, holy smoke. I'm like, oh, those videos, oh my God. You know, I can't believe somebody's actually, you know, took the advice and, you know, actually come. So they're gonna come. I mean, I can understand if they come, but actually want to visit me. You know, I was like, whoa, and I'm like, wait a minute, these guys don't know anything about these women. So I just started uploading videos about these women and stuff, but I guess they didn't, you know, because of the game and stuff, but I guess a lot of people didn't, how can I say, take heed or whatever. Because in my videos, what I did, basically I was saying, like, you know, if you're in junior high school or college, whatever, you know, just do well. This is how you study, get your degree, get some gigabytes, travel the world. I mean, you know, come to Japan, you know, make business connections, talk to the guys and the women, you know, because the guys will probably talk to you quicker than the women will anyway. And enjoy the piece, take pictures, go home, make an ebook, sell it, or you can even sell the photos themselves, you know, and then go back home to your community and change it, and make sure you understand the piece that's here, and then just go back to your communities and change it. You know, I wasn't expecting people to come, and I don't know, it was just turned to what it turned into now. And then I remember making DYLBM women videos too. A sister asked me to do that. She was 19, and I was like, I don't know. I think I told her. No, I didn't tell her no. I said I'll think about it. And so I started asking some of my YouTube viewers, viewers, I should say. And I got majority no. Got black bros, and bros were like, nah, no, don't do it. This is for us. And I was thinking, like, I can't say no. There's no reason for me. But actually, that was a Japanese thing. I can't say no. Well, actually, I'm always nice to them, so it doesn't matter. And I was thinking to myself, I can't say no. What do I do? What do I do? So I said, okay, I'll try it. So I made, a few of those videos. And it was really interesting, the responses that I got from, the guys. So I was like, wow, that's cool, Then I made some, but then, you got women on there, black women on there, and black men who, talked bad about my video, and you don't need to be doing this, and blah, blah, this, and blah, blah, that, and all this. So I'm like, okay, fine, whatever, but, because one sister, she was like, oh, why do you make these videos, and blah, blah, blah. And so I'm like, okay, I made it because a sister asked me to make it. Because you know how some people are when you go say like, oh, I live in a good neighborhood, and then somebody in the neighborhood, well, you can't just say that and speak for everybody, So it was one of those kind of things. And so I said, no, it was a sister on there, just, no, it wasn't, I don't believe it. I said, well, just check all the videos. It's somewhere in there. I made it, and she thanked me for it. And then I think she was in that same chat, so she said, yeah, it was me. It was cool though, but yeah, those videos were real nice. But after time, basically what it was a lot of them guys were young. Now everyone is like 10 years older. Wow, I gotta check and see if I haven't checked my tires in a while, and see if they're bald or not. Gosh, I hope they're not, because they all should be new. I need to get them rotated. But anyway, yeah, but it was real cool. But everyone's getting older. A lot of people that are in my players club, players chat, things like that. Oh man, I need to make a video about that players club. There was so much drama when in that thing was in there. It's like really incredible. It was a lot of good, but a lot of bad. And actually, last year I made like 5 or 6 versions of it, but I deleted them because I was like, oh, it sounds like I'm complaining and stuff, because things happened to me in there, and I did cause some things and stuff. So I was thinking, like, I don't think nobody want to hear that, So I don't know. I'm still debating whether I should make it or not. So I don't know. It's a trip though. But the video that it's just one street. I'm gonna go up this one street. I want to show you guys something. Wait, this is the street. I don't even know where I'm going. I don't know why I'm turning. Oh, okay. I want to show you guys something. That's where I crashed my car, and while I was over in this area, I hit these chains, and what happened? It scratched my car up, and I had to pay like $800 to get it fixed. And then a few months later, some kids scratched it up, so I got it fixed again. But this time, the insurance paid for it. I think the other time I had to pay for it. Ha ha ha. But anyway, I like this area. It's really cool. But they got a park over here. Well, before they kept it up. I think it's still kept up. I haven't checked it out, but I just like going up this street sometimes. It's like getting off that main business road over here. But yeah, it was interesting. So in the Players Club, I started telling people how it was made and what was the cause of it, and the intentions of it. And then a lot of people, I guess, they didn't know it was a white guy that inspired it. So when when I told them the story, because of course nobody didn't watch the videos, because I made 2 videos, because it was just too much hate towards white people, and it was for the wrong reason. They'll come and make comments on it, but if it was inspired by a white person, then I guess white people would have the privilege or something, or whatever you want to call it, to watch it and comment or whatever. But yeah, it was really interesting how that pan out. I like this street here because you see how they got these roads. Kind of remind me of America. And on that side, and they got some streets like that, you know. And so I just drive up those streets to give me a little glimpse of how it feels to be at home. Because when you go inside of these places, it's like no, out here like no sidewalks or nothing like that. There's a place up in Mino. It's really nice too. I want to go over there and oh wow, that's pretty cool. But you see no sidewalks and stuff, so hopefully you guys can see that. But yeah, it's pretty cool and stuff. But yeah, I want to go to Mino too because they got some really nice areas over there. This is one area that's really nice. I love going over there. Plus they got this I think it's Hitos, I think it's called. It's a cafe, but they got some good tuna sandwiches and some good French toast. So I always go over there whenever I have a chance and eat. They have one in Hyogo-ken, Amagasaki, I think it is. But the one in, of course, it's not going to be the same, the food, but the one in, to me, tastes a lot better. And it's more, it seems like it's more sociable or something. The other one was like really just crowded and stuff. I don't know, but it's just interesting. But the other one does, the one in Amagasaki have, I think every time I went there was always some single women in there sitting at the bar and stuff. And one sat next to me, and then some Japanese older guy sat next to her. I don't know because it could be a pickup spot. You know, people have their differences of how they pick them up. So she could be lonely and just go sit there and wait for some, they call them oji-san, some old guy to come talk to her and take her wherever, or do things. So I don't know. But I don't really get into that, so I'm not sure. But anyway, let me stop. I gotta hurry up and make a whole bunch of videos and upload these. Hopefully get these views that YouTube wants me to get. But it's cool. If I don't make it, I'll get back up on it again because I'm gonna make some more anyway. Because I like making videos. But anyway, I'm out. Peace. My fingers are starting to get numb for holding this 37 minutes, so I gotta go. Enjoy. Study smart. Remember, education is all about gaining information. Information is all about understanding vocabulary. And understanding vocabulary is all about what? It's all about using the dictionary. That's it. Peace.